guys, how are we doing today? It's been a while since I've sat in my chair and talked. I've not spent a lot of time in my craft area lately. I don't know why, so I've got less done. I think with everything going on over Christmas, I've just not been in here as much as I was before Christmas. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about Sophie's universe. Now, as I said in another video earlier in the week, I think it was on my words, Julie, but it was on my label, my library video, that a lot of things I originally planned to do never came to happen because I got distracted by the all new and shiny. And although I wasn't going to buy any more patterns this year, Sally from Nanny Moon's Crochet, hi Sally, was saying that somebody had generously bought her the Sophie's Universe book, and she was doing this year. And in the back of my mind, I thought, I have that marked down as something I really, really, really wanted to make early on in learning to crochet. I never got round to it because I thought it was too difficult. So I'd go talk myself and realised that I probably have enough yarn for it just hanging around the house like you do. And I was going to invest in the book. And I bought the book from Amazon. I did not realise what a big book it was. And I'm going to need my glasses here. Continue close up. There's all different types of stitches and colours. Of course you can do any colours that you like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my things. I'm going to find how much I've got in the main background colour, like this light cream or white colour they've got here. I'm going to see if I've got enough of one colour to try everything else in. If not, then it's going to be truly scrappy. But it's done in sections. It's got, do you know what I've done? I sat myself down and I left my book of notes over there, so I've got no idea what I'm talking about now. It tells you how to do it in different materials like 4-ply, DK and Aran or worsted weight, and it shows you the different sizes you get from making each one. And the beginning of the book has got understanding the pattern. When you've made up part 1, it gives you the gauge of what you should measure, and then it goes through all the stitches you need or should need. It explains things like stitch anatomy and the corner stitches and where the next stitch might be hidden, which is always good to know because your stitch can be off if you're not looking for that hidden stitch. It is really, really well worded and written out. It tells you about how doing it in a visible join and ending at the end of the row. A slip stitch join, how to start off a new round. It tells you about blocking and how to block. So from part 7, suggest you block your work after every part. I will see if I do that. I haven't got anywhere to really block. That's actually a really good picture of it laid out if you want to have a look. And it goes on different stitches. We're still in the how to do a picot stitch or popcorn stitch. Is it picot or picot? Picot, I think. And then you start on part 1. Now each part only has 8 rounds, And what drew me to this pattern, okay, each round at the beginning has been really, really short. As you get on to the later parts, I go, I look yellow, sorry. The next parts, as you get on, are going to end up to be a lot bigger. But still manageable chunks. Sally is going to do hers. I think she's doing Sophie Saturday. And I am going to join in and see. I'm going to try and do that for Saturdays. And one of the reasons this drew me to it was before in November. My words are not wording straight in one line at the moment, guys, so bear with me. But in November I did the knit along with Anne and Carlo, and did the stocking, which was 6 rows or 6 rounds a day. And I really enjoyed having that little bit to do in a day. So in the first, there goes the dog. In the first few weeks, I will have no problem keeping up because the rows will be short. And what's also, I'll get back to that in a minute. The rows will be short, but as it goes on, I might only get 1 round in per day, and the bigger when we get up to the bigger sections, so then it might not be 1 part per week. But it's a no pressure thing, definitely a no pressure thing. I will do it at my own rate. But I was so excited when Sally brought this up because I thought I really, really, really wanted to do that, and I still really, really, really want to do that. So we're doing it. We're doing it. Also, at the end of every part, they've got a section to put your notes in before starting the next one. So that can be really handy if you had trouble or changed your gauge or needed to go up or down hook size to hit gauge, for you to put those in the notes as you go along. So if you make a second one, you know not where you might hit a snag, you will know what you're doing. So that is my plan for Saturdays, and I'll post this on, oh my goodness, I've got the top corner of the book, I don't know how, and that will drive me mad forevermore now. I'm one of these people who will, if I lend you a book and you dog-eared a top to market, or you send it back with the spine cracked or anything like that, I will never lend you a book again. That is just me. And for me to have done that to a book, I expect what's happened is I've left that on the coffee table and it's caught in something. But that's just me. I've always really looked after my books. When I was little, I couldn't read a word until I was about 7 years old. I remember being in the classroom with one of my teachers at the time, and I remember her saying to my mum that this throat, she didn't think I was ever going to be able to read anything. I mean, to be told that as a child, it's really going to put you off, and it sort of gives you the belief of you can't do something. So I got distracted by the light over there, sorry. At that age, I could recognise that my name was written down, but I couldn't rewrite it, if that made sense. And I could copy shapes and copy what was written, but I had no idea what I was writing. And then in the true way of how I do things is things will either come really, really easy to me, or I will struggle and make every mistake going, or it just doesn't make sense. And how I actually started reading was about 6 months after, I remember this comment from this teacher. Can't remember what the teacher was called. I remember what she looked like. I don't remember a lot more about that teacher. So she wasn't a bad teacher, she wasn't a good teacher, she was just one of the teachers. I moved schools a lot while I was a child because my dad was in the Navy. So I don't always remember some of the teachers. But it was about 6 months after this, I sat down in a chair and in our living room, and my mum's book that she was reading was on the chair. I picked it up, was flicking through. There were no pictures. It was an adult book. It wasn't an adult book. It was just a reading book with a story. And I picked it up and I thought, I know what that word is. And eventually it all just clicked. And I could read. And my mum came in and said, what are you doing? I said, I'm reading your book. She said, go on then. I read out loud a couple of sentences to her, and all of a sudden everything just clicked into place and I could read. And from that point forward, I was book mad. My mum and dad didn't have a lot of money. Luckily, we had a fairly local library, and I was down there like dragging somebody or getting somebody to take me twice a week to the library just to get 4 new books. So when I started getting pocket money, a lot of my pocket money went into buying books. And the thing I loved the local libraries. I've always loved the libraries. But the thing I hate doing is when you find a good book and you take it back and you no longer have that book, it used to really pull at my heartstrings. So when I started getting pocket money, I would buy books or second-hand books. And things people did to library books used to drive me mad. There was at one stage I used to read a lot of sci-fi horror style books. This was when I was a bit older. Going to the library and somebody who obviously read the same kind of books got to page 19 on every book and put a circle around the number 19. Used to drive me mad. So I get a bit precious with my books. If they get damaged, I get upset. And if I lend people books and they come back in a state like that, then I won't lend them another one. I lend people books and I said, do not dog ear this book. Do you need a bookmark? Do you need an edit? No, I'm fine. So people tend to not ask me to borrow books because I get really precious over them. So that corner will drive me mad, and that is why it will drive me mad. A whole long story of how I couldn't read, then could read, and my love books all condensed down. So if you're still here, thanks for watching, and I will catch you again soon, and I will try and be here next Saturday to give you week 1 of Sophie's Universe, and you can see how my colour scheme's going then, because I've got no idea if it's going to be dark and funky, or whether it's going to be light and bright, or it's going to be totally scrappy and make no sense. We will see, So take care. Hope you have a great day and something makes you smile today. And hey, why not go out and make somebody else smile? Make somebody's day. But anyway, stay well and stay crafty. Bye for now.